The microphone.
Under the lights, speaking of facts, double the price, yeah. Under the lights, we covering sports, whatever you like, yeah. Home runs in the park, touchdowns in the end zone. Knockouts in the ring, buzzer beater for the win, go hard or go home. Find out who you are when you under the lights. That pressure made a star, right there. Under the lights, you looking for the best, tune in to Under the Lights. Yeah, yeah, Under the Lights.
Yeah, we back in this thing. Welcome back to Under the Lights. I am your host, Big Mike, and I got my dog, JF, Justin Fiorillo, in the building. And if you ain't known already, put your head down. Put your head down. Put your head. You know what we repping. You know what we repping all day long. You understand me?
5-2, baby. 5-2. Go Birds. Let's go.
5-2, and got something for them frauds next Sunday coming up. We got something for them frauds out there in East Rutherford, New Jersey. They ain't in New York, goddammit. They in New Jersey, damn it. You understand? We got something for them boys, you feel me? But what's up, though, JF? How you doing, bro?
Oh, what's going on, Big Mike? Just another day, another dollar, living the dream. 5-2. Happy to get out of this little rut that we were in, with these losses. But you're damn right about that. I got vengeance on my mind. I think they're not. I don't care where they're at in New Jersey. They're coming to South Philly this Sunday, and they're gonna get their ass kicked. You heard it here first.
Facts. You know what I mean? It's time we put the pedal to the metal, bro. It's time for them to recognize we got A.J. Brown, we got Devontae, guys out here that can stretch the field, guys out here that get busy downfield. We got Dallas Goedert, and we need to get that run game going. I'm hopefully, bro, we can get that run game going because, and if you want to win a Super Bowl, you got to be able to run the football. You know what I mean? You have to be able to do that, and we can't get.
It would be poetic justice. It would make sense, right? That they get the running game going against the Giants, Saquon versus the Giants, right? Like that would make sense. And like the story of the Super Bowl, they lose 2 games in a row, they suck, they're gonna collapse, Super Bowl hangover. Oh, they go on the road, they beat the Vikings. All right,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have this massive game, rushing game, and then maybe the passing game looks just as good, right? And then it's like, okay, and now we have momentum, and you know how Philly media and how we go. So.
Man, listen, and for the people that's watching right now, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you can be up to date with all things Under the Lights.
Sir.
And for the people that do watch the show, you do know that Jordan is normally here with us, and he is not with us today. I don't know what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? It's 5 p.m. We supposed to be on at 5 p.m. today, and damn it, he ain't here. So take it up with him. You feel me? Don't DM me. You know what I mean? Take it up with him. You feel me? So anyway, man, let's go ahead and jump into this because when my man JF is on the show, we got to talk Philly. We got to talk football, you know what I mean? So you wasn't with us on Monday, obviously, you know what I mean? But I want to get your thoughts, you know what I'm saying? We won 28-22 in Minnesota last Sunday, you feel what I'm saying? A bounce back win over the Vikings after losing 2 straight, you feel me, to the Broncos and to them fucking Giants, you know what I'm saying? So were you impressed with the bounce back win, you know what I mean, over the Vikings? Talk to me.
Well, with Carson Wentz starting for the Vikings, I can't be that surprised that we won the game. So I'll start with that. But look, they went on the road, and I don't care where you go in the NFL. If you go to anywhere in the NFL on the road, it's going to be a tough matchup. They went on the road. They beat the Vikings. Vikings are a solid team. They have talent. But like I mentioned, they do have Carson Wentz at quarterback. I was impressed. Not happy with the run game. You did mention this in the intro, but we'll get into that. We have no run game still, but I was very, very impressed with the passing game. Finally, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith go off and, give him the damn ball. I don't care what he's tweeting after games as long as we're winning games and he's going off. So, but we'll get into that as well. But I was impressed with the performance all around. And the biggest thing, and I know you know this, Big Mike, is they gotta keep it consistent and keep this going. Okay, we can't have a letdown game now this Sunday, and then just make this look like an anomaly. It's like they gotta keep the pedal to the metal here and keep it going. But I was very impressed. Defensively, 2 interceptions, a pick 6, 5 stops in the red zone they had. I thought that was very, very good. So you got to give your hats off to Vic Fangio and the defense. A lot of injuries. I mentioned this in a take on one of my podcast things that we had a bunch of Cam Jurgens, Adoree Jackson, Moro Jomo, Saquon Barkley, Azeez Ojulari went down. All these players went down. Like, what was that about? So there was a couple negatives, a lot of positives. Pretty impressed. What about you?
Man, look, first thing I wanted to do, like I came out here Monday, I said, I want to, anytime you go against a Brian Flores defense, they're going to be good. You know what I mean? He's a great defensive mind. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to get his guys together, make sure they're in the right position to go out there and make plays. I tell people all the time, like, being a defensive coordinator is, when it comes to coaching, has to be extremely hard. You know what I mean? I think it's much harder than being an offensive coordinator, because I don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like being a defender in football, and on an offensive guy is never going to be as tired as a defensive guy, because we got to anticipate what you doing. We got to go off your movements, and when you cut and break, we got to cut and break, not knowing where you're going to. You know what I'm saying? But Brian Flores, he does a great job getting his guys together and shit like that. And this Minnesota Vikings team, it was the best deep ball pass defense in football. You know what I mean? They only gave up only 3 20-plus yard plays. We had 3 alone Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
They weren't the Saints or something. They were a pretty solid team.
Right. You know what I mean? And you talk about no QB has thrown for 200 yards against this team. Jalen went in there and threw for over 300. You feel me? They only give up 19 points a game. So, and I felt that was really good against a defense like that. When you have guys you always have your guys in the right position, and we was able to exploit that. I like the communication that, Smitty, he's seen something. You know what I'm saying? He communicated it well. I was just watching the video with Jalen. He did his little signal, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? But so shout to Jalen, shout to Patullo. You know what I mean? I don't know if that was Patullo, but I'm gonna give him credit, whether I know or not, because it's on the offensive side of the ball, and I gotta know he had something to do with that, because you got to call whatever play at the right time, and they did that. You know what I'm saying? So I like the communication out there. Career days for both our top career day for Smitty. You know what I mean? And a big day for AJ Brown. You know what I mean? Like you said, no matter what the tweets say, I don't know why he's tweeting. We had a big day, but we'll get to that. You know what I mean? Hopefully the run game can get better, bro. Like I said, we're not going to win no Super Bowl if we cannot run the football, because they went into that game trying to establish the run. And that's what Jalen talked about in the press conference. It didn't work like that. You had to open that playbook up, and we had to get busy, and they did that. You feel me? You mentioned Jameis Hunt. He had the interception, pick 6. That's the same defensive scheme where he had a pick last week, 2 weeks prior against the Giants, and he dropped it. Well, he caught this one and took it to the house. So that was big time. I was good with the defensive front 7, bro. I was good, because you talk about, we gave up 89 yards on the ground rushing, but Carson Wentz ran for 28 yards. When the linebackers is downfield playing coverage, you can take off. You're rushing forward, you can take off. It's a seam. You can it parts like a Red Sea, and you could go. But their running back, like their running game, 15 carries for 57 yards. That's 3.8 yards a carry. That's pretty good. So he wasn't doing nothing. So they pretty much shut that down. It's out there on the outside was giving me pause, JF. And I came out here Monday and said straight up, listen, bro, as much as I love Quinyon Mitchell, he out there getting fried like ghetto chicken.
Right. I mean, if any Eagles fan, anybody watched that Eagles-Vikings game, how many times do you look up and Carson Wentz would complete a little 4 to 5 yard out to somebody?
Man, Carson
every other minute in that game it happened.
He out there looking like 2017 Carson Wentz with us.
In moments, and then some moments 2020 Carson Wentz, On
the 2 interceptions, he looked bad right there. You know what I'm saying?
Very good in other drives. Very good. You're right.
Against Adoree Jackson and Quinyon Mitchell, he looked like 2017. And then Adoree gets hurt. We know that. And Kelly Ringo comes back in and picked up where he left off against the Giants last week, getting cooked too. You know what I'm saying? So that's how these teams are getting downfield, JF. You know what I'm saying? And it's hurting us. I keep on preaching. Denzel Ward from Cleveland needs to be contacted. They already let go of Greg Newsome to the Jags, bro. To the Jags. Yeah. And that's within the division. That lets not division, within the same conference. That lets me further know y'all are really ready to get rid of people. How many picks we got next year? 11, 12, 13? Bro, it's time to come up off of some of them picks. Cleveland is trying to build their team. They're trying to. The defense is solid. We already know that. They probably trying to add more offensive weapons, maybe more defensive players, whatever. Maybe they want a Myles Garrett type on the other side so they can really attack the quarterbacks. Well, damn it, how we need to come up off some of them picks and try to reach out to Denzel Ward. Or you got Asante Samuel that's still a free agent. He's an upgrade from what we got in Adoree Jackson and Kelly Ringo, bro. You know what I mean? And those outside corners, they scare me. I said those hoodies and shirts, the Quinyon Bay hoodies and shirts, we need to put them in the closet for now. We got to put them in the closet, because if he's the warden at that prison, everybody running free. Everybody free. Ain't nobody locked up. Everybody free. You know, last year he was locking boys up, doing a good job. The chains are off now. The gates are open, and everybody's running out that motherfucking wave. And I'm open. You know what I'm saying? So them hoodies, they got to get put up, bro. But I gave him a B+ for the team performance. You know what I'm saying? For a team performance. It would have been an A+ had we wasn't getting cooked on the outside. You feel me? So
for sure.
That's what I'm saying with that, man.
I think that's a fair rating, B+. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, man. I meant to put the stats up there. You know, I mean, you see Smitty had like 9 for 183 and a touchdown. AJ 4 for 121 and 2 touchdowns. You got Carson Wentz out here throwing for over 300. Yeah, he had 2 interceptions, but damn, they was moving the ball downfield anytime they wanted to. Like Jordan Addison, I mean, he's good. He's damn good. But the thing I don't like is they was beating them guys with the same route, a deep out route, every single time. Every time. Yeah. Like, like, what is going on? So if that shit don't get fixed, then we're gonna be back down to, we gotta have a game winner because we got Detroit coming up this year. If you can't, you know what I mean? They got weapons out there. You know what I mean? We don't want to have to get into a shootout every single week. You feel me? So that corner is gonna be very, very, very much needed. You know what I mean? So
sure. Yeah. We gotta go, we gotta go to Dallas and play. And right now on offense, Dallas has to be taken seriously. They're playing pretty well, you know?
Yeah. You got CeeDee Lamb. You got George Pickens. You got Jake Ferguson. Javonte Williams running the ball well. You know what I'm saying? They still got Jalen Tolbert, Kavonte Turpin, guys like gadget guys that can. If Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson, who Justin Jefferson is one of the best top receivers in the league, if those two guys could shred us, on the outside, I'm pretty sure CD and George Pickens can do the same thing. And it's just going to come down to us having to damn near play a very, very perfect game, given that the defense were on the outside. I think they handled Javonte Williams in the run game. It's out there. I'm telling you, it's making my mind. I'm just shaking up marbles and tossing it out. You know what I mean? My brain is just like, I don't know what we're going to do with that. So,
I like Denzel Ward. It's not a bad idea because then you have Quantamino Bay or whatever. Then you got the prison reference, and then you got the warden, right? Denzel Ward to go with them. So you got the warden in the prison or whatever. So
and listen,
forget the nicknames, man. We just need help. We need help at that position.
What I do know is that the warden, he really locking boys up.
Yeah,
he really locking. Quinyanamo Bay, that ain't Alcatraz no more. That ain't Stern. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? It's just not. We love him dearly, but we got to keep it 100. He getting fried out here, man. He is getting fried. You understand me?
More responsibility on him this year, I think, you know?
Yeah, but and listen, I also want to say this too, though. I don't want to be too hard on him, but I just feel like he's better than what he is. And even so, he's a developing player. You know what I'm saying? Second year. We got a lot of developing players, bro. Quinyon is a developing player. Cooper DeJean is a developing player.
Yeah.
Makuba is a developing player. And little dude, Jalen Carter's in his third, fourth year. Hey, he's still developing. He hasn't been at his best yet. You know what I'm saying? So we got guys out there, but that Cooper, Quinyon, and Adoree and Kelly Ringo, they looking like some of the worst corners in the league. We got to fix that. So hopefully we get it done and shit. We go from there, man. All right. Now, on to better news. You know what I mean? Even better news after we got a dub. You feel me? We hit Brandon Graham, the Philadelphia, the heart, the soul, the energy. You know what I mean? The playmaker. Brandon Graham is returning he's unretiring, and he is officially official. Contract signed, ready to work, ready to get busy. What does this mean for the Philadelphia Eagles? Talk to me, JF.
Oh man, it's BG. It's Brandon Graham. It means to me, it means everything. Because he is the heart and soul. He's the longest tenured Eagle of all time, and he's somebody. Just for a side note, for the viewers who are watching, I actually personally know, and he knows me. I've had a chance over the past year and a half, 2 years, to do signings with him, do events with him, be around him. I want to say almost 15 times. And let me tell you guys something. He stayed in really good shape. He stayed in good shape. Obviously, mentally and emotionally, the enthusiasm never left. But he physically looked like he could always still strap him up. And turns out he always, I guess, maybe not until Darius Smith retired and whatnot, and the circumstances fell. But it looked like he always wanted to kind of give it another run. So I think it means everything. I think in the locker room, it's going to mean a lot. He's obviously a big, presence. He's a leader in there. The guys look up to him. Here's the thing. He's not just some sentimental story, I think. I think if you look at his tape the last year he played, which was last year, he had a really good sack on Matt Stafford, against the Rams back in November. It was like a really athletic, pretty solid play, and he made that play. He made plays that season. There's even a couple highlights of it, so he had a little bit left in the tank, and I think he's going to actually be a little productive. It's a position of need too, edge right now. So with Zadarius Smith retiring, so I think on the football side of it, I think if you go off last year's tape, I know it's a few, it's months have passed, but it's not 5, 4, 3, 2 years. It's just maybe a year or less, or a matter of months. And let's see if he can still make some sacks on quarterbacks in the NFL. Lead this team. Above everything, if there is any drama in the locker room, and we don't know if there's not, or if it's just being blown out of proportion, or maybe there is. Whatever the case is, Brandon Graham is going to eliminate that, because he was in the midst of all that drama last year. Remember with the WIP when he was on the show and all that? And he was the guy that maybe even started it, but he ended it. And he was the one that kind of brought everybody together. And I think if there's any drama, he's definitely the guy. He's a great guy, great person, great football player. But we'll see if he has something like that. I mean, look, I understand he's 37, 38 years old or whatnot. I understand people being skeptical, but I can't give you a solid answer until we see. So, but you're right, pen to paper, and I'm really, as a fan and somebody who's gotten to know him, very happy about it. So that's how I feel. What about you?
You know how you at a barbecue, JF? You know what I mean? And y'all over there just chilling and shit like that, and then you see your favorite cousin walk in, and oh shit, this motherfucker about to, you know what I'm saying? That's BG. Yep. He just turned the locker room up with that message. Yep. He turned the locker room up with his return, bro. Yep. We need that type of energy in our locker room, that type of veteran leadership. BG is the type of guy, he can go walk into the middle of the shootout and keep the peace. You feel what I'm saying? He can walk over there in a gang fight, you know what I'm saying, and get everybody separate and keep everybody calm. You feel what I'm saying? Because for one, you know what I mean, he's a thoroughbred, for one. Yep. He's a thoroughbred in football and outside of football. You know what I mean? He's a thoroughbred.
He's a real guy. He's real.
He's just a real guy. You feel me?
Yeah.
Him announcing that after Nolan Smith re-injuring his tricep, which he tore in the Super Bowl.
Forgot to mention that. Yeah.
Right. After him re-injuring that, he had to go on IR. Yeah. After Zadarius Smith, I'm trying not to get pissed off, okay? Because
we didn't even talk about this yet, but that was a bit wild, was it not? The guy just retired in the middle of the season. But
and motherfucker, you was just a month prior to that doing an interview. Oh yeah, I got a lot left in the tank, all this other shit, and then you just abruptly retire. So after that bullshit, as well, along with Nolan, you know what I mean, and he comes back. We need that. The pass rush is not the same. You know what I'm saying? And I admit, when I was watching BG, I think BG retired because he tore his triceps. And he's 37, 38 years old. He's like, man, late in my career, I got an injury like this. Well, I just won a Super Bowl. I can still play, but shit, that shit probably scary. Yep. That's probably scary, a scary feeling. Don't want to feel that no more. So I don't think he really, really, really real deal wanted to retire. But he had all off season, and the first 7 weeks of this season, you know what I mean, to get right. I'm hearing that he's been working out for these past, month or so, whatever the case may be. And when I was looking at BG, when I look at BG right now, obviously I'm a guy that notices things. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm the only one, but I'll be paying attention to certain things. I'm like, BG kind of like he been working out. BG look a little smaller in the mid area. Yeah. Look a little more toned up in the mid area. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, look like he been in the gym, man. And then come to find out he been working out for a while. He was already anticipating this comeback. I hear Howie already hit him up. I heard Vic was telling him, hey, you shouldn't have retired. You still got stuff left in the tank. You know what I mean? And then after Zadarius Smith retired, boom, Howie hit him up again. You know what I'm saying? It's like, he been anticipating this.
Yeah.
Been
Well,
doing it.
he was at the NovaCare complex, I think, to my knowledge, almost every other day.
Yeah,
He was there every
yeah,
day working out. Every
yeah.
day.
And listen, so him coming back, you know what I'm saying? It means everything to us. I think we're gonna have a spark on the D line. That's another body on the D line that can create some pressure. That can, and BG, he may not be, at the quarterback 10, 12 sacks a season and stuff like that. It's when he make his plays. Okay, whether it's the playoffs, whether it's a big game, all of that shit. You know what I mean? He always come through
Yeah.
and make the play. We remember the play in the Super Bowl against Tom Brady strip sack.
Yeah.
We remember
Yeah.
that. He got a sack last year against Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he always in the mix somewhere and creating some type of ruckus. And that's something that we need. We need the spark, we need the energy, and we need somebody that's on go mode that's gonna boost them guys up on that D line. And I think that's what BG does. And not only Philadelphia Eagles, the players gonna benefit from it. Us fans are and cannot wait for Sunday to see 5 back on the field.
It's gonna be like you got to stop what you're doing that day and go video it. It's gonna be awesome. I hope and I do plan to be at the game this Sunday. I hope they do some type of big ceremony for it. I mean, make it as big as you can, man. Come on, I mean, this is a big freaking deal. I'm mad excited. And if you actually watch football, the best thing about BG is he has such a high motor. He's just a little ball of energy almost, not little. He's a pretty big guy, but I'm saying you get my point. He's like when that ball's hiked, he just has like that little motor. He just goes at you, whether he gets to the quarterback like you said or not. He's going to just be a good body, I think, on the line where we are in desperate need of that right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. And I can't wait to see it, bro.
Yeah, same.
So this, obviously we talking Philadelphia Eagles, and last time we seen the Philadelphia Eagles 2 weeks ago against the Giants, they beat us 34-17 out there in MetLife Stadium. It was a terrible play called game. Yeah. Number one, it was a terrible defensive performance. Number two, whether it was the run game or the pass game, we had guys that, and even Quinyon Mitchell he left that game, but from the way he's looking, I can't say he was going to go out there and lock somebody up. Hell, they had LaJordan Humphrey from the practice squad out there getting money. They had Jalen Hyatt, who hadn't had a catch all season, getting money. Cam Scatterboo and Jackson Dart rushed for 172 yards, just doing what they wanted to do in a 34-17 victory. This Sunday, we get a chance to go out there and revenge that shit. That's what we get a chance to do. You understand? But even though we had a good game on last Sunday, we still got some stuff that we need to clean up. You know what I mean? So with the way we played against the Giants last time, and we know they're coming off an emotional loss against the Broncos, close loss too. You know what I mean? Are there any concerns going into week 8 versus the New York Giants? And will the Eagles get revenge? Talk to me.
Well, there's always concerns because we have not played a complete game yet this season. And we lost to the Giants last time we played. But let's go right to the second part of the question. Do the Eagles get revenge? Yes, they do. They're going to win this game. They're going to win this game, I think, pretty easily. The concerns are just, football stuff where, I just want to see them play a complete freaking game for once. I don't want the running game to be non-existent and the passing game be good, or the passing game be non-existent and the running game be, I don't even know. Sometimes it's just Jalen Hurts running all over the damn field making plays. Sometimes we don't even have either one. But I want both to be in sync. I want a complete game. The fact that that Thursday game was a short week. I don't know. We have tape on Scatterboo and Dart, so let's look at it like that. We got an extra week with them playing the Broncos to even watch that tape, and that's another thing is they completely blew and destroyed that game against the Broncos, right? So are they I mean, how do you come back and put up a fight after that? I mean, that's heartbreaking. You know what I mean? You lose that game, man. So, I think and we're at home. I think we want to get revenge. What season do we go as Eagle fans where we go, we got swept by the New York Giants?
Right. Damn right.
So you better play with some damn urgency in this game because you don't want that to be the actual fact, okay? Yeah. So you got to win this game. Come hell or high water, you gotta. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I try to get early involved. I try to get AJ Brown and Devontae Smith involved early in this game. That's my game plan, and then I unleash Saquon Barkley come hell or high water in this mother effing game. I don't know. I don't know how you do it, dude. I really don't know. It actually really infuriates me. But this is Saquon. This is a guy that's on the cover of Madden. had over 2,000, had literally the greatest season for a running back ever last year. And he does not have 100 yards in a game this season. And we are 7 weeks into the NFL season.
Mm-hmm.
Get him involved, and it is against the Giants. They gave up on him. They're the snobby X that said we can do better with somebody else, and they moved on off him. And this is the game. He got to go off, man. He just got to go off. I don't know how. I don't know if you got to go. If BG has to play on the offensive line and get that offensive line going, so be it, bro. I'm done. You got me all fired up now. I don't even know.
Hey, hopefully BGA got to go out there to O-line. You know what I'm saying? But I hope they can handle business. You feel me? Let me tell you something. I came out here and I've been saying Kevin Patullo doesn't understand how to use the talent around him. Have you asked yourself this season, JF, how come Jalen's not running that much? How come he's not utilizing Jalen? When you got guys that can get to the quarterback, where's the design runs at?
True. He's running when he's like scrambling out of pressure. He's
yeah,
not really,
but I for one, let me see. To my knowledge, maybe the first week, maybe or something, I haven't seen Jalen hike the ball, drop back, and then just take off. Faking, it's really a design. You know what I'm talking about. It's really a design run play, but he'll take 2 steps back and just cut out. I haven't seen none of that. Anytime he running, it's just strictly I'm scrambling because they're coming to get me. So you're not using that talent. I would love to see that this game. You feel what I'm saying? And we talked about not being able to not having 100 yards yet, and this is where offensive coordinator comes in there because his blocking schemes are not like Kellen Moore. Somebody who's been doing this for years. We hate the Cowboys. But when they had them number one offenses, Kellen Moore was at the helm. You feel what I'm saying? Calling plays. So his running schemes is not like Kellen Moore, and that's why we're not seeing that. That's what if you take Kyle Shanahan from the 49ers right now and input another offensive coordinator or rookie at that, it's not going to be the same because he doesn't have the mind of Kyle Shanahan. And that's the same thing with Kevin Patullo. He's a rookie. He don't have that mind yet like a Kellen Moore who's been there and done that in every environment, you know what I mean, including the Super Bowl now. You know what I'm saying? But he's been there, done that. You feel me? But my main concerns is strictly, the corners, bro. I seen those guys get ate the fuck up. I seen them get ate up by Jalen Hyatt and goddamn LaJordan Humphrey. I seen it. It would be insanity.
They sound like my ex-high school classmates. They don't sound like NFL receivers.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like that is my concern. That's my biggest concern because I think, look, we had trouble scoring the ball. We only had 17 points, 2 games, prior to this last game, 2 straight games, 17 points. And I don't think that's going to be the case this game, but I think, if those receivers out there can get busy, you know what I mean? It's going to be a problem for us, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have to get pressure on Jackson Dart. Jalen Carter will be back in this game. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we ain't getting 172 yards rushed on us and the D tackles is not in Zach Bond and the Kobe Dean's lap. Well, the Kobe Dean, I don't think he played that game. He played the game afterwards. He's back as well. You know what I mean? So with those guys coming back, my biggest concern is the outside guys on the island by themselves. You know what I'm saying? So if we can hold that in check, Malik Neighbors ain't out here. You know what I'm saying? So we can hold those guys in check. You know what I mean? I think the run game that they got, I think it's not going to be 172 yards. It's not going to be 172 yards. I don't think it's going to be 100 yards. And with the way you get beat up like that, bro, there's no way you let those guys come in and rush for another 100 yards plus again. You know what I'm saying? At home as well. You got to have more sense of urgency than that. And with BT back in that thing, that's what it's going to be. You know what I mean? I do think we're gonna get revenge. It's gonna be a problem come 1 o'clock on Sunday for sure.
Let me ask you a question: how hype and how loud will the link be if BG takes Scataboo down to the ground, right? With just like a big, he's going full force, BG's cutting full force, boom, and then we ended up, strips that fumble comes out too.
The stadium is gonna collapse. Okay? If you're sitting high up in the stadium, I pray to God for you because it's going to collapse. You know what I'm saying? It's going to collapse. It's going to cave in, bro. You know what I mean? As much as we hate the Cowboys, we hate the Giants too. People don't understand that. They don't understand. We hate the Giants as well. It's just the Cowboys are the more prominent. It's the star. That old ugly ass helmet and star and shit is ugly as hell to me. You know, all you got is a star on side of your helmet. That's all you got. You know what I mean? And so, but I think we're gonna get that revenge, and I think it's gonna look like a totally different game, and we're gonna be 6-2 heading into week 9. So that's where I'm at with that.
Sounds good to me.
Before I let you go, my man Jordan just came in this thing, you know what I mean? So we're gonna transfer to basketball, you know what I mean? But before we do that, I want to get your thoughts on the Sixers too before you go. But before we get there, one more thing about the Eagles. We won Sunday, 28-22 after a 2-game losing streak. AJ Brown balled out. 4 catches for 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. Oh my God. You feel what I'm saying? But he had a message after the game on X as usual, and the tweet was basically, using me but not using me. Using me but not using me. Now, it's a whole bunch of ways you can interpret that, because what is it to be mad about after Sunday? You know what I mean? So what are your thoughts on his tweet right now, JF, after we won? What is he talking about, bro?
Let's see. Using me, but not using me. Sounds like something my ex told me all the time. But, dude, I don't know. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I think that's the point, is that it's just a cryptic tweet. It doesn't mean anything, I think. Here's my theory on this. I think it's just to get us talking about it. And he's trolling us. But then if that's the case, right? It's almost like, well, why would you go and troll us in like the middle of the season? Like, we don't need to be trolled right now. We need to win games and just ball out, and not. So like, I don't even know what it means. Using me, but not using me. So I don't know what it means. I actually don't really know. I don't have any. What are my thoughts on this? I don't really have any thoughts because I can't comprehend what it is.
Oh man.
To have thoughts, I need to know what I'm thinking about, and I don't know what. Like, the tweet doesn't. It's just a tweet that is obviously makes, like, if you read that, you're just like, oh, that sounds like a deep thought, like, though, using me but not using me. Whoa, like, what is he? Is Kevin Tullo not using me the way I should be used? Is he causing drama right now? Like, what does this mean? But it's just like, he's probably sitting in the locker room. Here's my theory: they're hyped, they got the win, and he's with his boys, and he's just like, watch this. I'm going to tweet this out. And they're just going to go, ESPN and WIP, they're going to go nuts when I tweet this out. But I think he's trolling us. I don't really think it's anything. I hope not. Hey, I hope not. But maybe I'm wrong. But that's my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on it.
It's multiple things. It's to the point where now it's like, I don't even care no more. Yeah. I don't even care, bro. I don't care. I mean, it's like he's starting to sound like a nagging wife who just is not satisfied. You feel me? She say she want a new couch. You go get her a new couch. You know what I mean? Then she turn around. She want the other one. You know what I mean? You want a new refrigerator. You know what I mean? You go get a new refrigerator for a nice shiny stainless steel, but she don't like it because it ain't got the drawer at the bottom. Motherfucker, I just spent $1,500 on this motherfucker. It's new. You don't want it? I just bought you a brand new car, but I bought you a Nissan Altima, brand new. Oh, you wanted the Benz. I'm sorry. So he's starting to sound like a nagging wife, bro, that's just never satisfied. You feel me? Yep. Let me tell you what I think this tweet may mean. And it's so many reasons or so many or variables or interpretations we could put on this thing. But let's see. Use after winning 28-22, and you had a big day, 4 catches for 121 yards. For 121 yards, JF. Using me but not using me.
Well, I'll tell you.
Maybe he's like using me, but not using me. So use me in the pass game more instead of using me just to come out here and block and and try to get the run game going. Get us involved. Use me, but don't use me. Use me in the way I want to be used and what I came here for. You feel what I'm saying? I think that might be what AJ Brown means.
Could be.
You know what I'm saying?
Could be,
yeah, you know what I mean? And my man Doomsday says AJ just being AJ. He being AJ. You know what I'm saying? So listen, AJ did this in Tennessee. He was talking shit in Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? He was doing it doesn't here. So maybe Doomsday could be right.
He has a
Go ahead, Jay.
He got like that Joel Embiid social media personality, He's like Joel Embiid. He's like he's kind of a social media guy, He likes to be on there and he's very emotional on the social media aspect of things sometimes. I
Yeah,
mean, Joel Embiid's just kind of a big troll, but
yeah. Yeah, Embiid be trolling. Embiid don't give a fuck. He ain't worried about going in your building, you booing him. He wants you to boo him. You know what I'm saying? That's what he telling everybody to suck it. He wants you to. He know they're gonna boo. He don't care about that. You know what I mean? But I just think it's use me, but don't use me. Use me in this passing game.
Right.
You see what I do out here. You see what I do.
You mentioned 4 catches. I mean, he should definitely. I think 4 catches and all those yards you just said with 4 catches. I mean, he should be getting more catches then. I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
If you're, I mean,
and maybe I think it's more of a shot at Patulo, bro. I think it's more of a. A lot of people like to make it about Jalen. Man, he came here, bro. Listen, Jalen got him here. They were friends. Friends. Right. Jalen vouched for that. Jalen vouched for Smitty. You know what I'm saying? He know what it like. This is not about Jalen. This is not about Jalen. I don't think. Absolutely not. He's had great success with Jalen. Great. I ain't even got to go through the numbers, bro. He's had great success with Jalen. So I just think he mean use me, but don't use me. Use me in the passing game. Don't use me to be out here blocking this dude or trying to get this run game going. I can get downfield or whoever. That's what I kind of think he mean. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Now, let's transition to the National Basketball Association. And while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and bring my guy Jordan up in this mofo. You feel me? Jordan, what's up, baby?
Hey. How you dealing with, baby? Talk to me.
Chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? Had to go ahead and get this motherfucker started. You feel me? I'm glad you can come on in this motherfucker. You got that win VP on. Look, hey, listen, tell you something. Jordan, Jordan been in that NBA store tearing that motherfucker down. Every time he come on this bitch, he got a new hat. He probably got about 50 hats. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we got the NBA. The opener was last night. You know what I mean? But the Sixers opener, well, not at home in Philadelphia, but they play their first game is tonight in Boston at the Garden. You feel what I'm saying? And we know last season was a tough season for us. We was terrible. We went 24, 27 games, whatever the case may be. Joel Embiid out all year long. Then Max goes down. Then Paul George goes down. He wasn't doing shit when he was fucking healthy. No goddamn way. You know what I mean? But, guys going down, it just seemed like shit got contagious. So this is the first game out tonight, you know what I mean, back from the offseason. What are your expectations tonight, JF, for the Sixers in Boston? Talk to me.
To lose. Probably to lose if they have to go to Boston. We don't play. My expectation, my hopes and my prayers are that they win the game. And you know what? These are like those weird games, like the opener. It's like the opener of an NFL season where, like, it doesn't really matter where you're playing. It's like it's the opener. And, like, we have the talent. But, like, if you want my short Philadelphia 76ers 101 in 10 seconds, it's that we have the talent every damn year, at least recently, but we can never get it done. And injuries. Just not playing the potential, choking. Kawhi Leonard having the ball double doink on a rim and just fall in and then knocking us out with the best team we ever had in like the last 10, 15 years. I mean, it is what it is, man. We should have never got rid of Jimmy Butler. But
cast over Jimmy.
Yeah. But so my expectations for tonight are unfortunately probably to lose. I mean. I mean, maybe I'm not super up to date right now. Is everybody on Boston playing? Is like Jason Tatum playing and all them? Like they all playing?
He's out. Tatum is out.
Tatum's out. Oh, okay. Well, that makes a big difference. Then.
Remember, he tore his Achilles in the playoffs.
That's right.
He's out for the year. He's not going to be here.
So I apologize. Then, yeah, if he's out, that makes a big difference. But like Boston's still a really, really good team without him. They're still a really good team. That's the thing. So I don't know. Maybe that makes a big difference. If we're mostly healthy and they're not. So. But it's at Boston. It's just a tough place to play. So
yeah, my expectations. Well, first of all, let me get on my season's expectations. We talked about this. I told Jordan my expectation for the season is to get through a healthy season. Let's get through a healthy. I'd be crazy to come out here and say, "Oh yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do that." Yeah, we don't know what the fuck we're going to do. You know why? Because our team hinges on number 21, the big 7-foot guy from Africa. Cameroon, who played on the USA team, who plays for the Sixers, who walk around telling everybody suck it and do all of that shit. It hinges on him. And if he's not, this is my example, JF. Got a car, right? Got an engine, a timing chain. Joel Embiid is the timing chain, bro. You know, and when your timing chain is messed up, your car, it'll still start. Yeah. It'll still drive, but it's gonna go and it's gonna. It ain't gonna go the way, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be putting throughout the season, and that's what we did last year. I was telling my man Jordan and another guy we got, his name is Mel. You know what I mean? He a New York Knicks fan, and they was telling me that the role players that we got, oh man, y'all can do this, y'all can do that. I said, no, we can't. No, we cannot. They never been in that position to go lead a team to wins. Tyrese Maxey can't be Tyrese Maxey unless Joel Embiid is on the floor. Yeah. He's never been double teamed all season. He said last year this is his first time knowing what it's like to be double teamed. Yeah, because Joel Embiid is the guy. Joel Embiid allows everybody else, the role players out there, to be who they are. Yeah. So tonight, when he's in the lineup, you didn't have all of this time. Jordan, I said it, you know it. He didn't have all this time off. All the surgery has been done. You have been rehabbing. You have been training. You have been everything. You've been out, baby. One thing you haven't done is played basketball for damn sure. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I want him to come out here and assert himself. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear, well, it's his first game, but I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear nothing about first game back. None of that shit. He got something to prove. We all know when healthy, he ain't healthy all the time, no. So prove you can go out here and remain healthy and be who you are. Tyrese Maxey, they paid you over $200-something million as if you were a superstar. Okay, well, goddamn it, you need to come out here and prove that you worth that, because if the big fella do go down, you got to give us some type of hope. But I said before, Tyrese Maxey is a little guy, and unless he gonna turn into Allen Iverson overnight, we ain't going no goddamn where. Period. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna have to show he can get better. You know what I mean? And Paul George, $212 million. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't worth that shit. He ain't worth a damn, you ask me. You feel what I'm saying?
But he's doing what we're doing. He's doing these podcasts all the time.
That's his problem. And he gonna have to show that you can also be an asset, because he ain't shown nothing but to be a fucking liability. That is it, and that is all. He ain't did shit. So our team as a whole, we have something to prove.
How many games have they played? All three of them healthy. How many games have they played together?
I want to say less than 10 or some type of shit or something like that. I could be wrong. It's some motherfucker Google, but it ain't a lot at all whatsoever. JF, I don't want to hear nothing about, right? I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just desperate. I don't want to hear nothing about, we got to get chemistry. And maybe it will be a little different. If they haven't played with him that much, man, listen, move around. Let the ball flow through Joel Embiid. Let him do what he do. Don't stand around and watch TV. How about you move around? Try to get an open look. Slash to the basket. Whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and play. Go out there and show some promise. Yep. And that we can be a formidable team in the NBA and not come out here and win 24, 25, 26, 27 games, bro. With or without Joel Embiid. It ain't like he not playing 82 games. We already know it's going to be some load managing going on. Whatever it take to keep this man healthy. Whatever it take. Okay? But they got to come out and show some motherfucking toughness. Don't lay down and come out here. I'm expecting a win tonight, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Jason Tatum ain't playing. Al Horford is in the Bay right now. You know what I'm saying? Bro, come out here and get a dub. Nothing in Boston. Nothing less. Nothing. Let's show that we can really ball and we on to something. We on to something. That's all I'm expecting, man. And a fucking dub. So it is what it is.
I think it says that it's 15 games they played together.
Yeah, and that ain't shit. Listen, we know in basketball, it could take a team. It's only been when you got a team that come together. I ain't talking about one person. You know what I mean? Like a KD to the War, that's one person. You feel what I'm saying? But when we talking like a team that comes together, Boston 08 type shit, that's the only team that has came together and just won a championship in the first year. A team of multiple guys. Yep. So it take a long time to get that chemistry continuity down, because you ain't, bro, this ain't high school. They're not practicing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the game on Friday. They shooting around, maybe go through some things. They got games every day or every other day or back-to-back, whatever. So it's not a whole bunch of practice time. They learn on the fly. Motherfucker, learn it. I'm sick of this shit. I am sick and tired of the Philadelphia 76ers always got something going on, whether it's hurt or just some something. I'm sick of the bullshit, bro. My expectation is to win tonight and show some promise that we can still be a formidable team in the NBA. Period. And period. Straight like that.
I hope you're damn
Yo,
right, man.
Listen. Okay, good morning, fellas. You know what I'm saying, or good night. You know
Good,
what I mean.
good morning, good night, whatever, man. We're here.
Yeah, man.
We're here,
Yeah,
man. What's up?
I'm chilling. man. I had a decent. It's my anniversary today. 3
Happy
years.
anniversary, yeah.
Yeah,
Happy anniversary, man.
With Queen Bee over there. So respect, appreciate that. we gonna be going somewhere today and all that, for the day, kicking it and all that. So that's gonna be good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
happy you guys got your dub the other day, Philadelphia Eagles. Good job. You know what I mean? Happy for y'all.
Are you
Lamar
really?
Jackson's back, so that's also, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go on that run and get into the playoffs. But anyway, for your 76ers, man.
I hope
You know
y'all
what I'm
do.
saying? I know. All right, for the 76ers, let me be honest with you. I think Philadelphia is gonna make the playoffs this year, man. Especially with a healthy Joel Embiid, with Joel
yeah.
Embiid coming back supposedly. You know what I'm saying? You have Tyrese Maxey. You know what I'm saying? I think if I always said that you guys had good role players. Philly, I say that. And if Joel Embiid is back with Tyrese Maxey in there, and Paul George will be coming back soon, then they should be relatively healthy now. I expect nothing less than a playoff berth. That's my expectation for the season. You understand what I'm saying? And I think
Right.
they're if they're healthy, I think they're a challenge to get out of the East, because the East right now, is in shambles.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I think the team that is like one of the team that they're gonna be worrying about would be the Cavs. And God damn it, I'm gonna tell you right now, Orlando.
That's my sleeper. At JF, we both had sleeper team we talk about, right?
Mhm.
I got the Orlando Magic. He got he had last year. Orlando and the Pistons is who he had. You know what I mean? His team made the playoffs and we did well. Unfortunately, the Magic, Paolo Banchero had to miss 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Franz Wagner went down. Big Mo Wagner went down, and it wasn't. Jalen Suggs out all year. You know what I mean? So it didn't go as planned. But I like that team though for sure. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah. So I think Philadelphia has a real shot to do something if they're healthy. And Joel Embiid right now is showing that he's gonna start, beginning of the season right now. And Joel Embiid, if he is, let's say, 60, 70, 80% of himself, that he's still probably one of the better big men in the league. You know what I'm saying? He's always going to provide some type of presence, you know what I'm saying, in the paint, whatever it is, because he's an all-around type offensive player. So he's going to be a problem. And I think when he was touching on Maxey, I think Maxey is a guy. Maxey's a guy. He's an all-star player. I think he deserves his money. You know what I'm saying? He out there, most of the time, hurt, not hurt, he playing. He out there.
We need,
You know what I'm saying?
We need wins though, baby. I get
for sure.
right.
But with Tyrese Maxey, I think that I know, and I always say this. I say this for small guards. It's hard to go out there and win. If it's just you out there, it's hard to go out there and win games.
So he got the 200 plus million because of playing with Embiid, or what? Is he just that?
He got the 200 plus million because he's a 25, damn near 30, scorer in this league. His offensive game, he can get to the basket and do all these types of things. So right now, they just need to make sure that you have Paul George and Joel Embiid there, so they can be.
W's got to
have more of the offensive and be able to win games. If you can't just ask someone that when you put a team around a player like, let's say, Joel Embiid, and then you say, okay, Tyrese Maxey, you go take it now. And Tyrese Maxey is still a young player in this league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting him to come out there and do what AI did. AI did only was bring the team to the finals, and that's about it. After that, get out every single round. But he's not that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't expect him to go out there and be Jalen Brunson. But even Jalen Brunson out there has his team is there. They're always there. They're there.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to fault anything on Tyrese Maxey. At least he's out there. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that you guys, with a healthy Maxey, he's going to give you 25 to 30. You're going to have Joel Embiid back there. As long as he's healthy, then you have good role players. So I think that you guys should be able to beat Boston. Boston right now, it's not Boston as before. You know what I'm saying? I still think they're a good team because you still have Simmons. You have Simmons from Portland.
Yeah,
you still have Jaylen Brown. You still have White. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, they still got a good team, and their coaching is pretty good, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're going to be a hard out this today. But with that healthy team that y'all have right now, without Paul George, I expect to win today. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be very clear.
you damn right. You damn
I
right.
expect to win today. You know what I
Nothing
mean?
less.
So yeah, and nothing less, and nothing less.
Oh,
For me, that's if with
for
a
me
healthy
too.
Joel Embiid. Okay, yeah, with a healthy Joel Embiid. If there wasn't no healthy Joel Embiid, then
Yeah,
I'm
it's different.
expecting maybe Boston to go get the win.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if there's a healthy Joel Embiid, I'm expecting to win. I'm expecting a top 4 to 5 finish in the Eastern Conference at least.
yep.
At least. You know what I mean? But that's my expectations for y'all
Let
this
me
year.
tell you something. With a healthy Embiid, I feel last year with a healthy Embiid, or should I say a healthy team, I felt last year we could have been much better. Like I'm talking top 1, top 2, top 3 seed type shit. You know what I mean? If a healthy Joel Embiid this year, and you got Boston with no Tatum, you got Al Horford is out there with y'all in the Bay. You got who was it? You got Miami looking the way that they looking. You got the Bucks. It's just Giannis. Ain't no superstars in that motherfucker no more. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, you got Tyrese Halliburton. The Pacers are still a good team. Let's don't get it twisted. They're still a good team. They're gonna make the playoffs. But Halliburton is an asset for them, and he's not there either. My guy, you should be top 1, top 2 with a healthy scheme, with a healthy team. I don't hear nothing else. Nothing else. And whoever's number 1, it should be Cleveland or the New York Knicks. And the 3 teams should be Philly, Knicks, Cavs. Period. However you want to, put them whatever, whatever. But that's who it should be. You know what I mean? Especially if we got a healthy squad. Nothing less, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sick of this shit. And I said it, and I'm gonna keep on saying it. I'm tired of this shit. So,
and let me tell you something. I don't know, Twan. If you had no Joel Embiid and you trying to tell me Drummond
my God,
come in there and give you any type of production like that, get the hell out.
You see how I looked at him. You see how I looked at him when he said that shit. Drummond.
Yeah, JF. Yeah, Drummond. You talking about Drummond's gonna come in there and give you some type of production. Drummond gonna give you maybe 8 points and 8 rebounds or 10 rebounds. He
and
might
6 fouls.
Yeah, he ain't gonna. He can't give you any. And to be honest, you put Drummond in there, it's a total. It's like a change in skill set. Like it's Joel Embiid has everything that he has, but he just has way better offensive skills. So it's like you're changing like the whole offensive, the whole offensive game.
Joel Embiid can hit a 3-pointer like consistently sometimes.
Yeah. Let me use your team. Let me use your team, the Ravens. This is Lamar getting replaced by Cooper Rush. Everything is different. You can't do half of what the only thing he can do almost as good as Joel Embiid is rebound.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's Drummond. That's Drummond at his best. Drummond right now, you ain't getting me.
Right.
You're not going to give me 12, 13 rebounds consistently. I'm sorry, buddy.
Nope.
Move up and down the court.
Nope.
I don't know what the hell, what's his name's talking about, but he going to give you any type of production like that. What type of production can he give you? He ain't giving you 25 to 30. He ain't giving you 12 rebounds, 4 or 5 assists.
Oh, he ain't even giving
blocker too.
He ain't even giving you 25 to 30 minutes, let alone.
And then he ain't spreading the floor. You understand what I'm saying? He's probably as bad as defensively on the perimeter as Joel Embiid because of his legs. So I don't know what you're talking about. It's just
tripping,
it
man.
doesn't make sense. But yeah, but I expect a good season from y'all this season, man.
Yeah,
healthy. I expect a good season from you.
Me too, bro. Me too. All right, man. JF, my guy. Always appreciate you for stopping through, baby. You know what I mean? Fly Eagles fly all day long. Sunday, 1 o'clock against the Giants at the Link. Let's go get this dub, baby. BG back in the building. Let's go get this dub, baby.
Next time I'm on the show, I'm going to run out of hands to do my start of the thing out with. I'm going to go 6-2. I got to go use 2 hands next time, all right? 6-2. 6.
Yes,
6
sir.
and 2.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go,
Yes,
my man.
sir.
Go Birds. Appreciate it as always, guys. See you,
Much
Jordan.
love,
See you,
bro.
Big Mike. Yep.
Yeah. Jordan, what's good, my guy? Back in the stand. Let's stick with the NBA, man. Last night, we had the season home opener in LA. The Warriors came in and defeated the Lakers 119 to 109 in LA. You know what I'm saying? We know LeBron James, he missed his first season opener in 23 years. Ain't that sound crazy? 23 years. He won't be back till mid-November. But Steph Curry then went out there and balled out last night. Jimmy Butler led the way with 31 points. And Steph Curry followed him with another 23. Kuminga balled out, gave us 17, 9, and 6. They all put his stats all across the board. Luka was Luka Doncic. 43 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists. Austin Reeves played well, gave us 26 and 9 and 5. But it just wasn't enough with a 10-point loss out there in L.A. Jordan, were you impressed with the win? And what was your takeaway from the game? Let's go, baby.
Yeah, man. I mean, I thought our team looked really good. You know what I'm saying? I always think that we have continuity. That's something that we always have. Like, because we pretty much had the same team. We just plug in Jimmy Butler, and then I think Al Horford's a plug in, plug out guy. Like, you can plug him in. He understands. Yeah. He understands. A veteran, you plug him into something. I think his skill set fits right into our system, right? And I thought that he did real well. I feel like our even our rookie Will Richard, great player. I find him real good from Florida. Great player. You know what I'm saying? I think they've been raving about him in training camp as well. Like he's a good player, but for the grand scheme of the game, man, I think we have a good defensive scheme. I think we always have. And I think if we just go and talk about this, let me just talk about this Laker versus Golden State. Without Anthony Davis, I think we have the upper hand against y'all now.
Oh yeah.
It's just a different makeup with Anthony Davis being there. For some reason, with Luka there, I think we have. And this from last year. I think we spoke about this from last year as well. That as soon as AD was not there and it was Luka, it's just different, right? Because now. You guys were always, bigger. You know what I'm saying? You had LeBron, even though LeBron James didn't play the other day, because I think with LeBron James there, it'd be obviously a bit different. But in terms of we always had, when you guys left, when you guys traded that, even with LeBron James, we had I think the matchup for us was easier for us, was a bit better. And it showed yesterday because like I think Jonathan Kuminga, I think he had a good game. I think he had a good second half, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel that he now he doesn't seem like, okay, I just have to get the ball and go and get it. He can use the system to get your points. The ball's going to find who it needs to find. You know what I'm saying? And there's some good moments where he picked up the ball. They had a 3-man game with him, Draymond, and Steph. Got him some easy buckets. He was making his 3-point shots. You know what I'm saying? I think he had like 4. I think he had about. I think he was 4. Yeah, he had 4 3-pointers. You know what I'm saying? And so that's something that we already know about Jonathan Kuminga. I told you over and over again. It's up here. That's with Jonathan Kuminga, right? Yeah. Are you going to be able to play in the system and make the right reads? You understand? And are you going to be able to make an outside shot consistently? You understand what I'm saying? So that's what with Jonathan Kuminga, because he's already willing to go out there and defend at their best player. And you know what I'm saying? And I think now that he's added that and those two things, perfect for Jonathan Kuminga. You know what I'm saying? I think Draymond had a great game yesterday. Floor general. Steph Curry didn't have the greatest of game, but his movement always consistently, constantly provides pressure on that team. You know what I'm saying? On any team. Jimmy Butler, by the way, is Jimmy Butler, man. And I told you, when we had Jimmy Butler, like I was telling Twan, we beat one of the better teams in the entire league, bro. And Jimmy Butler is a plug-in, plug-out guy. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And he's a different type of player. What helps us, he gets fouled a lot, which allows us to go and set up defensively after he fall
backward. I need to stop calling that bullshit. I'm talking about all across the league. That shit that motherfucker, first of all, you ran into a motherfucker and then fall backwards. Then I see like against Gabe Benson last night. Jordan, that's not a foul. He's sliding with the man. He just fall backward. They do that all across the league, though. I wish they take that shit out, man. It's not a foul, bro.
That was pissing me off because Luka Doncic was getting a bunch of those ones.
Yeah, but I'm talking. They need to take that out for everybody. I watch my own team sometimes with Joel and people like, but that is not a fucking foul, bro. I wish they take that shit out of the. How you fall? You ain't falling backwards, bro. Nobody's knocking you backwards like that, bro. Just like with Steph Curry, you know what I mean? Marcus Smart. We know he's one of the kings of flops. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker, he will jump in the stands if you let him. You know what I'm saying? When Steph Curry kind of gave him a little nudge, motherfucker, you ain't that damn strong.
strong.
He had
That's what he
his
said
leg,
too. He's like, I'm not that strong.
yeah, he had his leg all twisted behind him, falling. Man, that should be a tech for flopping. I hate that shit, bro. I don't like it. Keep going though.
Yeah. So what were we talking about just now? I think we were talking about
You said Jimmy
Butler. Yeah,
Butler's
Jimmy Butler gets to the foul
lot.
line, which allows us to set up defensively. You know what I'm saying? I always like our scheme. Sometimes we go into a 1-3-1 matchup zone. We be doing some good things, and I think the continuity was good. You know what I'm saying? Love to see guys running around. GP, Buddy Hield came in, and when Buddy Hield can shoot it decently well, you know what I'm saying? It gives us a bit of that Klay Thompson feel, you know what I'm saying? Because he can hit that shot. So that's a good player coming off the bench, and the movement from him, and he's also with a Steph in there. Love that, you know what I'm saying? GP came in there and did well. I feel like our team, like I told you, I expect a top 3 seed. You know what I'm saying? And I know some people think that this may be a bit too high, but I just think with the movement, with the style of play that we have, it's going to give us a bunch of wins. You know, you understand what I'm saying? And as long as Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler and them are not resting as much games, I expect us for a 50-something, 55 plus wins during this season. That's for me.
55?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I expect. So yeah, that's what I took away from this game, man. It's a good opening game, but obviously I want to see them play with a LeBron James there as well, and see how we feel how we are when he's there, because he always is a factor. You know what I'm saying, against us, no matter what. Even though I still think we could still beat them because we showed that we could even last year, but I still feel that we still going to need to see them play with LeBron James there, right? So yeah.
So look, the Warriors are the Warriors, bro. Same team coming back. Like you plugged in Al Horford, but he's a plug-in guy. He's not nobody you're depending on, like, to do this, do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like he's knock down the 3, space the floor. Obviously, play some defense when you out there. Blah 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 blah. Use your IQ, whatever. The offense is not running through you. You feel? Jimmy has more of a role than he does. You know what I'm saying? And even still, Jimmy's already been there, so the continuity is there. Y'all still scrappy on defense, using your hands, still moving around, making shots. Draymond starting shit already in game 1. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Warriors is the Warriors, bro, and the Lakers are the Lakers. This is the Lakers from last year, bro. Even though LeBron was not out there, the thing is they can't get no stops like that. Still. You know what I mean? And like last year, like, there's this narrative that LeBron doesn't play defense. That's never been the case. That's what people come up with in their head and say he don't play defense, which is a flat out lie. The man is 40 years old playing defense last year at a high level. And in the playoffs, you've seen it go to another level, especially against the Timberwolves. It's not enough. I say it again. I love Luka. I wasn't a fan of the trade. He didn't need to be in LA. He needed to be there. They needed another center. I was asking for a Vucevic, somebody who can also stretch the floor, shoot threes, who can be a big body on Jokic. That way AD doesn't have to play center every night, and he can come over and help defense or whatever. Luka is not what the Lakers needed. If you're talking 5 years from now, whatever. All right, cool. Or when LeBron's
makeup of this team, it wasn't not a Luka makeup.
This is not a Luka should still be in Dallas, bro. Luka Doncic should still be in Dallas, and Anthony Davis should still be in LA. This Lakers team is not a championship team. They're not championship contenders. They won't be in the Western Conference unless maybe 2018 Bron. Maybe he'll turn back the clock, but we know that's not true. You can't go back. You can't press rewind. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, maybe that guy or before then, you know what I mean? But it's not that, bro. It would take a Herculean effort for the Lakers to be a real deal finals or Western Conference finals threat. You can't stop nobody. You got a guy in DeAndre Ayton who I think is absolutely garbage, absolutely soft. I don't care nothing about that double-double he averaging. It ain't giving no effect on no team. Period.
You talking about DeAndre Ayton?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Yesterday he was lost out there. Yesterday
listen, bro. He looked lost. Let me tell you something. This is what I believe. I promise you, Jokic ain't worried about him at all. I promise you, Chet ain't worried about him. They can't wait to see him. Isaiah Hartenstein can't wait to see him. He gonna bully him as well. You feel what I'm saying? Baby Joker, who I call Alperen Sengun, baby, who I've been calling Baby Joker since last year. He can't wait to see number 5 in yellow and gold or purple and gold. Can't wait to see him. He don't put no fear in nobody, man. This dude, when he get the ball, he can't run the pick and roll. You got to have a guy that run the pick and roll that can do something with the ball. When he got the pick and roll, did you watch the game? When they run the pick and roll, that motherfucker get the ball and stop and pass it to the fucking corner. Go do something with the shit. We need some points at the rim. The shooting for the Lakers ain't that good. When he got the ball in his hands, he just looked timid. When you a tall player like that and they get you the ball up here, you ain't supposed to bring it down, fool. You're supposed to keep that ball high and do what you do with it. His jump hook is terrible. It came up short all night. He does nothing for me. He's not going to do nothing for the Lakers that's meaningful, bro. He not that type of guy. He not. If he was that type of guy, he would have a better name in the NBA. He doesn't. This is a number 1 overall pick we talking about, and he ain't living up to that at all whatsoever. How you get passed around that much already? He number 1 overall pick, huh? Come on, dog. This is not like. Come on, bro. Come on. He gives no hope for the Laker fans or whatever. You know what I mean? He doesn't. So I don't have. And the Lakers are the same team as last year. They gonna make the playoffs. Y'all feel like they're gonna make the playoffs. Luka's gonna be Luka. Boom. LeBron's gonna be LeBron. Austin Reeves is gonna be Austin Reeves. But what about the defensive side of the ball? It's gonna be the same shit, bro. It's gonna be the same shit. This looks like a mediocre team, and if they meet somebody, in the first round, if they going home, depending on who it is, unless it's a seed that's lower than them or whatever. But bro, I don't. Like I said before, I don't have no high expectations for the Laker team because the team is not built like that. Where the fuck are you going with DeAndre Ayton as your big man? Anthony, how you let go Anthony Davis giving you 28 or 26 and 12 in defense for Luka Doncic? As great as he is, he just don't fit the team. And everybody told me when I went on Instagram, tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. They went on a little win streak and now, where you at now? Well, where was they at, nigga? Where was they at after the season and shit when the season ended? Where the fuck was they at? I said this. It's not going to work. This is not a good trade, and the Lakers are not contenders. They're not. Period. Point. I don't care how good Luka and LeBron. I don't care. They're not going, and they don't possess the. Listen, if this was a team that possesses a lot of shooting and can knock shit down, then we'd be having a different discussion, maybe. But you still got to be able to defend. And they don't really get stops like that. So my takeaway for this is the same team. Warriors y'all look like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all look like the Warriors. And the Lakers look like the Lakers. And if you watched basketball last year, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about the Warriors when Jimmy got there, not the 25 and 26. Obviously, Jimmy Bear, boom. Y'all look like the Warriors. The Warriors. And the Lakers look like the fucking Lakers. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I think Luka, I think, can drag a team to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? With his skill set, the way that he can carry teams. He looked good yesterday, man. He looked good.
Yeah, but this Luke, bro. Listen, I'm not saying it's easy to get 40 in the league. I'm not saying that, but we know he could do this. I wasn't shocked at 43, 12, and 9. Bro, that's Luke.
But last year he didn't look right.
But this year he looks 30 good. Pounds heavier. He lost 30 pounds in the offseason. You know what I mean? So for you to say he looked good at the first game, you know what I mean, and look real good, I mean, that's a good thing, but damn, in a totality, ain't nothing popping. I would be shocked. You know what I mean? Let's say the Lakers get the 5th seed, but they're paying number 4. The West is looking good, bro. They look good.
Yeah,
I mean, are they going?
But my thing is with if you have Luka in a playoff series, I think he can win you a playoff series. If you have that team in a playoff series, Luka versus whatever team. Let's say it's Luka versus Denver.
Man,
I can see you beating a Denver. Yeah.
Who gonna stop Jokic?
But who gonna stop Luka?
Man, bro, listen. Luka? Here's the thing, though. Jokic's gonna get way more. Man, okay. I don't want to see Denver in the first round. I don't want to see it. If that dude at number 5 I'm telling you, the team ain't built right, bro. It ain't built right, bro. AD should still be in LA. I'm sorry. I mean, I would be with you if AD was still here and they got a Vucevic and they, or a big man that can stretch. You know what I mean? But I'm sorry, bro. I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry. Maybe you got your opinion. I got mine. I can't go with it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Second game of the night, opener for the OKC Thunder, the defending champions, Oklahoma City Thunder, won a double overtime thriller against the Rockets, 125-104. We had some controversy in that game. Kevin Durant called timeout. I don't know how the referee didn't see that. He was supposed to have his Chris Webber moment. They spared him from that. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, all in all, it was a great fucking game back and forth. You know what I mean? You seen two defensive teams getting busy. We know OKC is OKC. You know what I mean? We would be a fool to say, you know, they can't go on a quest for a back-to-back title. They also brought back the same team, the same guys. They got the hunger. They got the coaching. They got the shooting. They got the defense. They got all the pieces you need to go out there and win a championship. And on top of that, Jalen Williams didn't even play last night, you know what I mean, from his wrist injury. You feel me? And they still got a dub by 1 point. But even in that loss, how good can this Rockets team be? Because we know what OKC is. We already know what they are. How good can this Rockets team be?
Oh, you can go. I got a lot. I got a bit to say. You go. Let me hear what you got to say.
Man, bro, look. That Rocket team can be good, bro.
I agree.
This Rockets team can be good. And you know why they can be good? Because first things first, they coming with that defense. They coming. Yeah, it was 125-124 last night, but it was double overtime. Boys are scoring this in 4 quarters. 4 quarters. It took double overtime to get this score. Jordan, I mean, the betting people, you know what I mean? They would have this game going under because of the defense that they play. You feel what I'm saying? But whoever picked them as an under, unfortunately, unfortunately, you know what I mean? They missed the mark. You know what I'm saying? Because it went to double overtime and allowed them to score more points. You got an extra 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But when you got that guy called Baby Joker, Alperen Sengun, out there doing what he do, he is a problem. And he's still developing, bro. He looks like a more agile baby Nikola Jokic. He can move a little better. You know what I'm saying?
The younger Nikola Jokic, huh?
He can move a little better. I like his handle better. You know what I mean? I ain't saying you got to be that to be a great player. I'm just saying I like his handle better. You know what I mean? As a young player, and he's taking the initiative and the challenge to go out here and lead this motherfucking team and ball out like that, the way he did, he looked like a veteran last night, bro. A veteran. You got, and listen, this is without.
You look good.
At times,
good,
he did. At times, bro, it's like they missing a guard. They missing a guard. And you can see where Fred VanVleet is missing that guard play. Settle some shit down. You know what I mean? Me, honestly, Thompson at the guard spot. All right, cool. He looked like he been working on his game. Looked like he been in the lab. You know, you feel what I'm saying? But I think they should play Reed Shepherd a little more for the guard. You know what I mean? Because because Reed Shepherd is a threat at shooting. You know what I'm saying? He can penetrate the lane and he can make the pass. I had him down for a couple of assists last night. He got that. I think if he got some more play time and he penetrated the lane, you know, a little bit to get those assists with the kick out. So I think that could be, he could get more playing time and that could, you know, help their guard play a little more. Take his 15, 6, how many minutes he played last night? I don't know, but take his 15,
he played quite a bit because of the second overtime because he did play in
so just imagine if he didn't play overtime. I think his minutes, it's game 1, but I think his minutes need to be increased because they need that guard play. You understand? And that way you can have a man Thompson out there, you know, playing heavy, tough defense. Because he had a kind of heavy load last night, playing defense and playing guard. You know what I mean? And he attacking the rim and stuff like that. You feel? Shut up, man. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like they could be really good. They got their defense. They got a neutralizer in Kevin Durant. Jabari Smith can knock down shots. They bring, like I said before, they bring the defense. They can rebound. Steven Adams, big Alperen Sengun, bro. And this is the first game they got together. And this was a test against the OKC Thunder. Yeah, they without Jalen Williams. All right, they without Fred VanVleet. They're going to be without him all year long. You feel what I'm saying? So this was an adjustment for them as well. And this is a new team for the Houston Rockets. You know what I mean? Dylan Brooks is gone. Jalen Green is gone. They got multiple guys that's new in Okogie, Kevin Durant, not Steven Adams, but he's getting more. He got more play started last night. You feel what I'm saying? So this is a new team for the Rockets. They're going to get better. Ime Udoka is going to coach them even better. You know what I'm saying? And the confidence for them is going to grow. And with the defense that they provide, they can keep a team scoring low, and Alperen Sengun doing what he doing, and people feeding off of him, he knocking down the three. He getting he's a triple double waiting to happen. I don't think it's going to be long to where he's averaging a triple double throughout the season, like a Russell Westbrook did, or like somebody close to his position, like a Nikola Jokic. It's not going to be long to where he's averaging a triple double. I ain't talking about no 15, 10. I'm talking 28, 25, 12, and 10. Shit like that. He averaged 12 rebounds last year, and the way he finds the open man, he's not selfish. You know what I mean? He always looking to make a play. And he ain't scared to go get that bucket late in the game to go up. He had that late game bucket. That's confidence. That's confidence. You know what I mean? So what I want to see this year from Alperen Sengun, what I know with the Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green gonna get physical with him, just like he was doing last year. Now he was getting some money, but Draymond Green is coming to he's gonna test him. I want to see where his mind is at when you go up against a guy that's gonna be physical with you. And can you still go out there and get the job done at the level you're doing it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they're going to be this team right here. I'm talking Western Conference Finals or more. Real talk. That's what I think this Houston Rockets team could be. That don't mean they're going to win it, and that don't mean they can't. Yeah, yes. You know what I'm saying, man? And listen, if they had a Fred VanVleet, somebody that can slow this motherfucker down and keep shit in control. Oh man. I'm talking they could go to the finals. I would be calling finals probably. Real talk. You know what I mean? So they are definitely a force to be reckoned with. They're going to get better. And shit, I can't wait to see them. Can't wait to see them.
So listen, me and Twan, we was going back and forth on this one. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he thinks something that I think Houston is going to be good. Of course, they're a good team. You know what I'm saying? Last year, they weren't second for no reason.
Right. And this is with Jalen Green.
This with Jalen Green and Brooks. Even though Brooks, I think he's a good squad player.
For sure. I wasn't even talking about him. I think, they probably didn't have a choice, but they'd have kept that man on this defensive team. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Woo! 100%.
He looking like, if he was in football, I'm sorry to cut. If he was in football, he coming to kill somebody.
Yeah.
With his intensity. You feel what I'm saying? He's coming to lay somebody out. You feel what I'm saying? Keep going.
Yeah, so 100%, even though that team had those type of players on that team, obviously you had Kevin Durant. It's a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer. You gotta take a KD. But this team, I think there's some good and some bad with this team. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I think when they go big with that big lineup that they have.
Yep. Adams and Sengun.
There's not much shooting there.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? And also there's not much shooting, so spacing is a bit off. And I feel like they just go into ISO. They just go into ISO. When you just go into ISO, it's easier to defend that. Especially when you get into the playoffs, you might go and just boxing elbows, and you just gonna live with whatever it is that they do on offensively. If you're in a one when they this is offensively. Also offensively, they don't really have a ball handler. See how many turn over the basketball. They turn over the basketball, man. And especially if you don't have a point guard who's just there to at least handle the ball. Like Kevin Durant can handle the ball, but you can get under him, and he can
so
you
tall.
see like in Boston.
Yeah, he's
so tall.
So tall. You feel me?
So tall. Amen Thompson now. He can handle the ball, but he also is not like
the guard.
Like a point guard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he also is not like that. So that's my worry for them. You understand what I'm saying? And especially when you get into the playoffs, you can't turn over it's not like your Golden State Warriors 2017-18 where you can turn over the ball, but it doesn't matter because you're going to shoot like,
you're right.
Damn near cheating almost. It's not that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's my concerns. But with them, but on the other side of things, defensively, boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're long. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They can probably play a zone where they have you have Men Thompson and Kevin Durant.
They did that last night.
Guys at the top. Yep. And then you have, three at the back. All those boys are huge. 6'11", 7 foot, 6'11", whatever it is, with Adams. and that gonna be a problem. So rebounding, they should be a good thing for them. Defensively, long, around the rim, they should be able to protect the rim predominantly well. Don't have like a shot blocker.
Mhm.
So those are some good things about them. Understand? And obviously,
Right.
what they always lacked was when it's the end of games. Now, if Sengun is having an issue because maybe it's a bit more physical in the playoffs, you
Mhm.
have Kevin Durant. So
Yeah.
that's why you have KD, right? So I feel like they do have a good team,
Mhm.
but I just don't feel that if they don't get a point guard or if they don't at least play Reed Shepherd, I agree. This is what
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
You need that shooting a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just a dude that can at least. And my thing is this: I don't know why. If I'm a coach. You're gonna win games this year. Like, why are you not giving this dude the opportunity and give him
Yeah.
that experience in playing, especially because you might need him later on. You're gonna need him later on. He can make shots. I don't
He
know
would have been
why. It's like,
he would have been starting. I'm sorry. Because he can play and he ain't scared at all. Reed,
no,
Reed
he is
Shepherd,
not.
he a hooper, bro. I don't give a fuck. No, he's shooting that thing, hit or miss, and he'd make the pass. He should be starting next game.
He should, yeah. Like, I don't see why I don't see why you don't need to play Steven Adams. You have Sengun, you have Jabari, you have Kevin Durant, Amen Thompson, and Reed Shepherd. At least now you have a bit of shoot. You have KD and Reed Shepherd that you have a bit of shooting. Jabari Smith can shoot it a little bit. No, he's not like
He
you're
made
gonna
a
still.
clutch shot last night,
He
boy.
made a clutch shots last night, but he's the one that is like up and down, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
at least you have a bit more spacing, and then you're gonna allow people like Sengun, who's gonna be in a bit better spaces. You're gonna allow a guy like KD, so now they can't. They're already leaving Amen Thompson. They're moving like Amen Thompson's Draymond Green out there.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Amen Thompson played well because defensively
yeah,
he's a beast. And
yeah.
and and in that game, bro, he was attacking the basket when they was denying
Oh
KD
yeah,
the ball. He was
yeah.
attacking the basket in buckets
Him,
and money.
him. He started off attacking him and Chet. Chet hit his first 7 shots. Thompson. They was both leading the charge for their teams early on, for sure.
Even at the end of the game, like
Yeah,
Amen Thompson, he was getting it. So like
late. Yeah, oh yeah.
yeah, he was getting it. So with this team, I just feel that if they change up the lineup a bit to just add a bit more spacing, or they're able to have a bit more different types of actions, because it's hard to put Amen Thompson in certain actions as well because of the shooting ability.
Yep.
But I would think that this team is going to be a problem, bro. I
Yeah.
think this team is going to be a problem. But the worries. That's why I don't have them, going to the finals or whatever the case may be. I think they're probably a second round team, depending on
Mhm.
who they play.
Mhm.
Depending on who they play, in my opinion. But the Thunder, though, on the other hand, the Thunder, bro, that's a good win. Without Jay Will, they're
Oh,
scrappy.
oh
They
yeah.
defend.
Case and Wallace. That motherfucker.
Kentucky Blue. Let me tell you, he
Yeah.
been that way. I'm gonna tell you right now, he been that way. He
Handy.
been that way.
He hands, boy, just always active. You know what I mean? Like, man.
They have dudes that want to defend. Also, Lou Dort, even SGA had a great defensive game. Great
Mm-hmm.
defensive game. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Chet is always hands up. Whenever
Chet,
whenever people.
he started the party last night. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
7 for 7. Pfft, man, and he hit that clutch 3. Was that fourth quarter or overtime? I want to say fourth quarter overtime. I can't remember. You know what I mean? But I know he hit a clutch 3 though for sure, and like pure.
Yeah, so I think the Thunder, man, yeah, they're gonna. I think they're probably gonna be, one in the West. They're just a problem. Even SGA was having a tough night, and you just,
Yeah.
bruh, the move, the way that he can just get a bucket is crazy,
Mhm.
bro.
I don't know why
And
people. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't know why people keep falling for the step. I mean, like when KD fouled out last night, I'm like, bro, like you know what he wants to do. This is the football mind in me. When you doing something, when you running a route, you setting me up for something. You know what I mean? So I'm always anticipating things. You know what I mean? And it's like, SGA wants to go left to get that step back. Not saying he can't go right, but it's more difficult going right and then stepping back to the right, shooting with your right hand. He wants to get to the left. And you seen Udoka last night get on Amen Thompson for giving him the left. Let him step back and shoot it. But particularly on Kevin Durant when he fouled out, I mean, he was going between the leg and step back, and he He had the ball in both hands. KD, why you jumping? You 7 feet tall with a 7'5", 7'6" wingspan. Baby, if he hit the shot, he just hit it. You know his game. You know what he want to do. I don't understand why you keep going for the same shit. Keep going, though.
No, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, I agree that was, it's tough though. I mean, I know it's easy, like, I know we can talk about it, but SGA, he's
No, he is, but I think you got to be more
crafty,
sound.
man.
You got to be more sound defensively. And I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not telling you, obviously I ain't never played against no top tier NBA players, but I'm hooping with some hoopers, bro, that got game. And I'm a defensive sound guy. You ain't about to keep getting me with that same shit, especially when the clock is running down. You're not going to do that. I'm sorry, you're not.
Yeah. I did, as I was saying, but I'm with you, but I'm also like, yeah, I would say because he's so tall, just put your hands up and be like, yo, if he shoots it and he gets it, he is just,
Hit
you
it.
know what I'm saying? Instead of jumping. So yeah, I'm with you with that. But they look good, man. They look real good. They're still scrappy. They can play small and get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
They can play small and get away with it.
I got it right here in my notes. It was a few possessions in that game where they had Case and Wallace on Sengun. And in my notes right here, I said, Sengun should be ashamed. Had Case and Wallace guard him and wasn't punishing him, being too passive. He should feel disrespected with Wallace on him. Ain't no way that I'm Alperen Sengun and I got little Case and Wallace on me. That's who's guarding me? Man, he about to get punished.
But sometimes they were double teaming, no?
Listen, I'm with you, Jordan, but when you got him on you, you get the ball and you act quick. You ain't sitting here surveying. I don't want to survey nothing. I know he coming. Well, I know this guy is coming. They're not gonna let me go one-on-one with Case and Wallace. As soon as I get the ball, I'm gone. I ain't waiting. He got the nice spin move. Catch that ball and spin. Why he doing this for? Looking around for what? You're a foot taller than this dude and outweigh him about 100 pounds. Kill this dude.
But sometimes he's catching the ball really far from.
And then you spin and you go. When he caught the ball, when he caught Jordan, I played in the post, baby. If you spin off this little guy, I don't care how tall you are. That's when skill comes in. You spin off this dude. He's a much bigger and wider body. When he spins, he's already going to be on the outside of him. He can't hold that, man. You take his little ass up there with you and you go score. That's what you do. With little Case and Wallace on you, absolutely not. Absolutely not. DeAndre Ayton, all right, cool. But Baby Joker, Sengun, absolutely not. No, he can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a bit. I think if he gets the ball on the block, I'm with you, and he can make a move quickly. But if he's getting the ball near the near the 3-point line, he's not going to be able to.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, yes, you can.
No. The thing is because they're gonna make him. They're gonna make him turn too much. He's not a guard. He's 6'11".
Hey, I don't agree. Post is what I do. I don't agree at all. You punish that dude. You catch the ball and you go. You do your move and go. I'm sorry. Nope.
Yeah, I can't agree with that. But
that's
fine.
We
definitely disagree on. Yeah, we disagree on that one. But yeah, the Thunder look good though. So.
And you think OKC? Not OKC. You think Rockets could be? You said second round at best.
Yeah,
if they don't get the ball play fixed. Man, I think, man,
if they get a point guard, then I think it's their problems.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So sticking with the NBA, we got the Cavs and the Knicks tonight in MSG. Who wins that game and why?
I'm gonna say the Cavs, bro. I like Lonzo being there. Lonzo starting.
Yeah.
They're big. I got the Cavs. I got the Cavs winning that game. I'm not a big New York Knicks fan.
I mean, fan or not, I just think the Cleveland Cavaliers will get them. And even if they don't, I think they cover the points +3. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think Cleveland to get them. Donovan Mitchell out there. We know they got Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean? Clutch player of the year. But, like you said, they're a big team. Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, You know what I'm saying? They can get after it. They can play defense as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I think they go out there and get an upset in MSG. We know MSG is going to be rocking tonight. You know what I mean? First game of the season. And the New York Knicks fans, they know what's going on in the East. They know the Celtics is it's no Jason Tatum. It's no Tyrese Halliburton. You know, and they looking at my Sixers like, shit, they ain't going to be healthy. I know Knicks fans is like, we going to the finals because of those regions right there. And they got a great chance to go to the finals. You know what I'm saying? So I think all in all, I think the Cavs get this dub tonight. You know what I mean? And they start out 1-0 on the season for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Cavs. I mean, the Knicks, I just feel that the Cavs are long. They can defend. They can defend just as much as the Knicks can.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that Lonzo being there is gonna help them because I'm not saying Lonzo's better than Garland, but what I'm saying is Lonzo's a different point guard. You know
He can
what I mean? You understand what I'm
distribute
saying?
and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he can defend. And usually what teams do, they go at Garland.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
smaller.
Yeah. So I got Cavs on this one.
Okay. What you think about tonight? Would you think Cooper Flagg is gonna have a start out with a bang tonight? You know what I mean? They got the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? Do they start out with a bang? Does he start out with a bang tonight as a rookie? You know, I mean, he's number 1 overall pick. They talk about him, like this phenom. You feel what I'm saying? Is he going to start out with a bang tonight against the Spurs?
I don't see him going like a 25-30 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think because they have a bunch of different players on that team. I think they're gonna just be a team where it's gonna be like a overall type of thing where a bunch of players is gonna be scoring.
Yeah.
I don't see him having a crazy like like a LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony where he's getting 20 a game, or even like a Luka. I don't see that. You know what I'm saying? I see him, in 15 or something like that. 12 to 15 points.
Well,
6-7 rebounds. I can see that. Because Kyrie's not there, so I think they do need a second scorer. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to just go right into there. You know what I'm saying? They have a whole bunch of other people. Like they have Gafford's going to be in there getting buckets. You're going to have Anthony Davis going to be in there getting buckets. D'Angelo Russell's there. You're going to have PJ Washington over there. Obviously, PJ Washington going to be over there getting buckets. You have Klay Thompson going to be shooting that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You still have Derek Lively over there. You know what I mean? So it's like they have a bunch of guys. Even Jaden Hardy, depending on if he plays at the guard position. You have D'Angelo Russell. He's just going to be one of the players. You understand what I'm saying? I have AD probably getting, and then he's just going to be one of them in that range. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. That's what I see. I don't see a big bang though, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially with Wemby around.
Yeah. I'm Wim VP all day long. Wemby, I love Wemby all day long. But I'm gonna tell you something. Cooper Flagg starting point. You feel what I'm saying? De'Aaron Fox is not playing. He is out. You know what I mean? Jordan McLaughlin is going to be the starting point. And when you got a guy like Cooper Flagg who's shown he could play against the NBA players, starting with the Olympics in the summertime when they was playing, you feel what I'm saying? And then, just seeing him in preseason, I know those guys ain't playing, but just watching him through college and then the summertime, all of that. You don't draft a guy number 1 overall and get talked about like a phenom like him, you know what I mean? And he's not going to have the ball in his hands. He's shown ability, he can shoot it, get to the rim, he can pass the ball, he can rebound, he's willing to defend. You know what I mean? And I don't see nobody on the Spurs team there. Jordan McLaughlin, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes. We already know Wemby is that's not going to be his primary guy unless he get a switch on him. We know Wemby, he's length, he's 9-foot wingspan, but I think he'll use his speed and get behind him, get by him. But we know Wemby has makeup. Because he's long, his arms is fucking Stretch Armstrong. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think this is going to be a breakout game for Cooper Flagg. I ain't calling 30. Oh no. Yeah. Really? I'm Jordan. They playing the Spurs, bro. They ain't playing a real deal. Contending team. And let me tell you something. If these dudes go out here and slow him down, then he might be a long season. He's better than all of these dudes, except Wemby. You know what I'm saying? Oh, people won't take him over Wemby. You know what I mean? But I think he's gonna come out here and ball out tonight. And those guys that you're talking about, Klay, and he's gonna be getting them the ball. He's gonna be distributing them the ball. He gonna be picking and rolling. Him and AD gonna get a connection starting tonight, throwing oops and all. Yeah, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be a really good game. You know what I mean? And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not sitting there saying, oh, he gonna be the best player. I'm talking about tonight. I'm going against who they're playing. If he don't have a good ass game tonight, you know what I mean? And listen, coming out with a bang, you know what I mean? It don't have to be 30. You feel what I'm saying? It could be 28 and 8. It could be, you know what I mean, 17, 10, and 8, whatever the case may be for a rookie for his first game. You feel what I'm saying? So I think he comes out here and get busy tonight. It's at 9:30. It's on ESPN. It's at home in Dallas. Everybody's gonna be tuned in. He been having the spotlight on him. He ain't worried about the spotlight. He ain't worried about that. He gonna do what he do. And with this team against the Spurs, he's gonna ball the fuck out tonight. I see a big game from Flagg.
Listen, he's gonna be going up against Castle, which is a good damn player. You're gonna be outgoing him. You also got Harper, who's also a rookie. You still got Devin Vassell. You still got Harrison Barnes.
If he don't work them dudes, he don't work them dudes, I know something.
But what are you talking about? Like he's just gonna work Stephen Castle? Like what are we talking about?
He don't get out here and work these dudes. It's gonna be a long season there. Sorry.
He can't just go and work these dudes.
Listen, and if they ask you who they taking right now, they're gonna take Cooper Flagg over all of those dudes. So that's my point. He should go. I'm
maybe for potential, but
he should go out here and come out here and show you number 1 overall pick. No, have a huge impact on the game. Don't let it be. You know, I'm not saying don't let it be like it's like you have to do it. I'm just saying like I think he's gonna have a big game. That's what I think. A real good game for damn sure. So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see.
I'm not seeing that. Especially if you're talking about lobs and all that shit. And Wemby in there, man. Wemby in there giving you 4 or 5 blocks. Bro.
Yeah, but listen, what they pull Wemby out and put him in the pick and roll, then what? You can get lobs or you bounce past that motherfucker. It's other ways. He can get dunked on too.
No,
anybody can get dunked
on, but he's definitely a problem in the paint.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but it ain't everything. Don't got to be at the rim, Jordan. You know what I mean? I think he's gonna have a good game.
Of course. They got a decent young. It's not gonna be easy for Cooper Flagg. He's gonna be having to guard. Let's be very clear.
Yeah,
you know,
he can do that.
Can he?
Yeah, he can do. He all right. What, bro? This is all right. You can watch. So let me ask you a question. He come out here and have a fire ass game. Then what?
Nothing. Then you was right, but I say he's not gonna have a fire game.
All right. Well, then listen. We get one thing we get to do is we get to watch it and we get to see. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And we get to come back on here. We get to talk about it. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Hey, yo. Wait. It's all good. We better get ready to cut up out of here, man. Listen, man, we better go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. For the people that stopped through or stuck around, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you can be up to date with all things under the lights. My guy Jordan, you know what it is, how we rocking. About to watch this basketball, man. And you know, Thursday night football is coming on tomorrow night. You know what I mean? Lamar Jackson's back in the building Sunday against the Bears. Hopefully they go out there and get a dub, man. You know what I mean? So shit. Y'all can get back on the winning side of things. You know, it's been they taking the games out the rooms and ping pong and they ripping the room.
That's a good thing, baby. That's a good thing.
That's a bad thing. I mean, it's a good.
That's a good thing.
It's a good.
It's serious.
Listen, it's a good. If you're looking at it like that, yeah. But for them to be taking that shit out, that's bad. For them to be taking it out in the first place, you feel what I'm saying? But looking at how you're looking at it, yeah, it's a good thing. Now, I guess was that the distraction? Yeah, I mean, was the ping pong the distraction? You know what I mean? I don't think anything to do with it. But
we know what the issues were. But now Lamar Jackson's back. We just go get these wins, man. You know, we're still gonna have a bad defense, but let's go get these wins. At least we can put points on the board and see if we can get some wins.
Yeah, gotta put them on your back, and the players have done it. I don't gotta get into that. I ain't gotta get into it. The players have done it with sorry defense. Go out there and get it done. I think go out there and get it done. They be all right. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
yeah, we did it. I think we did it last year. The first 11 games, we had trash.
But it wasn't last. I tell you that.
No, it wasn't. But it was a bad defense. We still get scored on.
Yeah, we still get scored on. But this is. We already talked about this. This is, you know who defense this look like. I ain't gotta say his name.
No, we are historically one of the worst defenses in the history of the game.
I'm with you. And I'm with you. You could be worst or historically worst. My Eagles was historically worse in 2023.
I'm not making no excuses about that though. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we're still gonna have to try and get wins.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Go ahead
We're
and
still
put
gonna
them
have to try, but and on top of that, if Lamar if he turns over the football and we lose, it's gonna be on him. But he don't turn over the football, so we'll see.
Yeah, we shall see, man. You know what I mean? Hey, for my pockets, I hope y'all get in there. You know what I mean? I hope y'all get in there. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, for your sake, I hope you get in there too. Because you're gonna have to hear from me. You know what I'm saying? But until then, we're gonna get up out of here, man. That's our show for the day, and we gone.